Well, welcome back to my channel Mispronounced Adventures, and this is a partnered video. Because if you watch my Arctic video series Cost Up, and that brings the trip to a grand total of £5,203. You'll see why I'm doing a number of partnerships. But something on that Arctic trip, I said when I walked to the Russian border, probably not the best idea to try and do 19 kilometers or 38 kilometers there and back again. I also tried the bike, not in this conditions. Anyone want to sponsor me a fat electric bike? Then reach out. And that's what's happened. So this video is in partnership with ENGWE, and particularly the ENGWE M20 bike. And I know nothing about bikes. I can ride a bike, but I know nothing about bikes. So I'm not going to be reviewing the bike in bike-related characteristics, because I ain't got a clue. I'm going to be looking at, from a novice point of view, unboxing the M20 bike, building it, and also looking at ENGWE's 9-year anniversary gift box they've sent me. And you can check out your own one of these if you do the lucky spin on their website. So, stay tuned for a idiot's guide to a bike. Right. Reason why I accepted to do this bike is it looks cool, if I'm honest. I've been told to say it's because it's got a creative motorcycle-like design which is similar to a Super73, but a more competitive price. And because I'm not a bike person, I have no idea what that means. But it's also got 2 batteries, which apparently each give 75-kilometer range, which is quite a lot. However, it does have a 750-1,000 watt peak motor, so it does mean in the UK, it will be illegal as a e-bike on the road without different things. It does have a setting which restricts its maximum speed, I think, to 15.5 miles per hour. But if anyone knows better about UK laws and e-bikes, I don't know if just having a speed limiter counts or not, because I think it's got a twist throttle. But we're going to build it and find out. So this bike is going to be played with on private land. Right, let's get the rider's pack out of the way. Right, drawstring bag. One drawstring bag. Roll top rucksack. That doesn't look particularly comfortable in the back. I presume that's for a pannier. I don't really know about bikes. Inside, we've got a helmet with some little pin badges. A helmet which looks like it has a security tag still on it. Magnetic buckle. Well, let's see if it fits my massive head. Does it fit the bill? Does it work? Helmet. Ooh. Bike lock. Okay. Well, there's the pannier. Oh, that's satisfying. Right, bike lock. Someone in the comments tell me if this is a good and secure type of bike lock or not, because I have no idea. I presume, and this cradle can be attached to the bike somehow, so you can take your lock with you. I mean, it's quite compact. It's quite nice. I just don't know how secure it is. Well, as someone who has nothing for bikes, I've now got some stuff for bikes. The weather isn't too amazing today, so I'm going to try and build this bike in the van. Just for reference, this bike, I don't have a fixed garage in my van, so this bike probably isn't going to come with me on trips, but it looks fun to play on, so I'll probably bring it to events to muck around in. But let's open the box and try and build the bike. Right, box, another box. These are all slightly open because I have opened the box before. Right, well, let's quickly see what's inside mystery boxes. Right, mystery box number 1. I'm going to presume you can put a battery. Box number 2. A pretty beefy looking LED light. I'm sorry, what? What is it with companies sending me European versions? Although they've clearly thought it's the UK version. All right, that is, this is the cheapest converter. That's not cool. Actually, I think frankly that's kind of unacceptable. You've clearly said it's a UK version because you sent the UK adapter made of the cheapest option available. The place where you put your feet, I don't know the bike term. Pedals. I have no idea what that is. Charger, 2 amp, 54.6 volt charger. Feels weighty. That feels all right quality. They've included all the tools you need, which is quite. Ah, I see. They give you a screwdriver. Isn't that nice? Well, you know, fair play that they provide all the tools for assembly. So we will use the tools it comes with to assemble the bike today. Comes with some stickers, which are have been folded in a way which means the sticker bits come off. Stickers, instruction manual. Right, there seems to be quite a bit of assembly to do. We'll probably need that. Let's get rid of all of this, some of the other bits. Second thought, I really don't think it's going to be possible for me to build this bike in here. So I'm going to take down my insulated back and I'm going to build it out the back of the van. Well, might as well make use of my parents' driveway if I'm back here. Well, it's packaged. Let's try and get it out of there. I better get cutting everything off it, really. Handlebars. Right, I want some power tools. Right, what's next? What's next? Take the headlamp and install the headlamp. Okay. Well, I forgot to press record, but the brackets kind of are bent, are thin metal and bent into place when you tighten stuff up to lock it down, but it seems quite loose. A bit of adjustment needed, but getting there. This next step is extremely important. The front axle assembly according to the following steps. The shaft, lead and gasket shall be installed as shown. Clamp the front wheel. If I turn this upside down, it'll make this a bit easier. Right, well, it's starting to look the part, and it looks quite cool, I have to admit. What's next? Mudguard for the front. Let's do that. That's within my abilities. Is it within my abilities? Maybe. Okay. Mudguard is on. What's next? Pedals. The pedal is marked with R, with L and R, which refers to the side of the bike. Pedal R goes on the side of the carbon belt, and L goes on the other side. What? Where are the pedals? Nice. Did I just pick up the wrong one? It's still left. All right, what's next? Right, plug in the lines. Right, as someone who has never built a bike before, it wasn't too difficult. It was a bit fiddly. Assembly was actually pretty easy. Made it a lot easier using my own electric power tools to do some of it. It's a little bit fiddly just using the Allen keys and the spanners provided, but as someone who's never constructed a bike before, not too difficult at all. And I'm sure if anyone's experienced who knows about bikes will be able to correct me, but it certainly looks the part. It looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna test it right now, but I am gonna test it in this video. I've got an event coming up this weekend, which is on private land. So hopefully I can ride it around with its full potential. It does have throttle, the twist throttle, which I think in the UK does make it illegal for being an e-bike. And it's also got a 750 watt motor with a 1000 watt peak, which is above the 250 watt legal limit for the UK. So take it to the event this weekend and ride around with its full potential to have a look. So let's get to the event. Hopefully this fits in the back of my van. Right, well, it has been an excellent weekend at Camp Quirky. I've been blasting around in it most of the weekend, having a bit of fun. 49, 50, 50! Getting to know the bike a little bit, but time to charge the battery. Let's see how much it takes, and then from there, let's have a bit of a play. But unfortunately, I only have the cable and the adapter, so let's see how well this works. Well, quick look at the battery. It is a 624 watt hour battery. It's got the power switch on the side, so when you put it onto the bike, you flick it onto the on position. You've got your charge port and the USB port as well. And I presume that is for charging your phone if you want to. But onto the question, if anyone wants to know, can you charge your e-bike off a power bank? Yes, no problem. This is a 624 watt hour battery. This is a 1500 watt hour battery. And that charges at around 110 watts. So you're kind of looking at, if that was completely flat, you're looking at around 5.5 to 6 hours for a full charge. This hat's going to fly off. Actually, speaking of hat, isn't this why anyway supplied me with a helmet? I should probably put that on. Well, it does have front and rear suspension. I couldn't tell you much more than that, but allows you to ride around these bumpy field. It allows you to ride around this bumpy field without too much problem. I think that means it's full sus, right? And even on this bumpy terrain, I can still get up to 35 kilometers an hour. Right, well, I've obviously gone into settings and set maximum speed, which is 60 kilometers an hour. So far, I've only been getting up to about 45. 51! 51! And I've also put maximum torque on. It has got power assist modes. If you really wanted to, you can pedal and it can assist you. But since it's got a twist throttle and since it's got a motor of this size unrestricted, it's not legal for UK road use. So why bother pedaling when you can just use the accelerator? Well, as I said, I don't know anything about bikes in particular, but I do think I can reasonably look at build quality. So this weekend, I've left the bike chained to the wheel of my van, and it has rained quite a bit whilst we're here. And there's a few little points I've picked up from basically being out in one heavy shower. So let's have a look. Rust. And only having had this outside for a weekend, a little bit worried to see already rust appearing. Yes, it shows up very well because it's a matte black paint, but I don't know how good that's going to be for long-term health of the bike, seeing rust within the first few days. It seems many places stainless steel is used for the bolts, but other places things seems to be mild steel with paint. It was nice to see that the electrical side, the little control panel, didn't show any signs of damage from rain. No fogging up of the little screen or anything like that. Right, speed controller, 48 volt, 20 amp. Horn, well that is sellotape, that looks to be like an XT60 connector, or the smaller size, and they look like these use the tape just to secure it to make sure it doesn't come undone. They have sealed all of the wires going into each individual plug and into the speed controller, which is good because this whole chassis area is open. And I don't really know what the rest of these do. Well, that goes to the brake light. I'm sure this goes to the different parts of the but oh, there's the electrics. Not protected in a waterproof area, but they've made some effort to waterproof the equipment itself. So let's put the chair back on. And those are the specs of the electric motor. 45 volt, 750 watt. But I wouldn't think I'd expect to see things go rusty within 48 hours. Right, I will say a few little things keep falling off the bike. These little covers there, and the end of the stand has fallen off, so I need to go find it somewhere in this grass. Found it. I think I just need to tighten up that screw and put it back in. Apart from a few things to tighten, yeah, build quality seems pretty good. Well, I can't give you a review, as I've said, because I don't know anything about bikes, and I've only just got it. But so far, my weekend of mucking around with it, it's fun, it looks cool. Many people have chatted to me about it at the event and the festival, and I'm enjoying blasting around on it. So I'm definitely going to be taking it to more events to muck around on, and it's fun for getting around. It is a shame that because of a few of the accessories it's got, you can't use it legally on cycle paths and UK roads. I hope that this video has maybe been helpful in a sense to show what comes in the rider's pack and show what's inside the box if you do order one of these. They're a good bit of fun. Build quality seems pretty good, and no real issues in my initial thoughts playing with it. Hopefully we'll play with it a bit. Thank you very much for joining me. If you do want to check it out, the website below will have a link so you can find out more about this bike. And I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.